Hello everyone, thanks for clicking on the video. I know I mainly focus on Dying Light 2 on this channel now these days, even though I started the channel with Dying Light, but now we got our latest Dying Light event that's going to set up, at least what we think, the story of Dying Light 2. So this new event is called Spike's Story Last Call, where we get to see the return of Spike and kind of understand just some of the events that happened after Dying Light's story that we never really got to see. Now, I'm not trying to fool anybody here, there's no cutscenes, there's no special story moments, it's just we get to hear Spike return in this one trailer. The first character we've heard from Dying Light's story in a long time, so it's cool. This is only part 1 of the event, which goes from the 24th to the 28th of January. As I said earlier, this event takes place after Dying Light's story ends. So, without further ado, let's really dive into what this event's about. Rise has fallen, but our problems with bandits grow. Help Spike bring people to safety and get a special new weapon. Rise has fallen, but it's not the end of our problems with the bandits. Quite the contrary, to be honest. With their leader gone, they are flooding Harran, all loose and frenzied, ravaging whatever stands in their way. Their strike on a survivor's shelter exposed those hiding inside to the infection, bringing on a host of freshly turd virals to deal with. As if we haven't had enough of them already. But not all's lost. Spike's organizing a safe zone for the survivors who managed to escape. There are still many who need help getting there though, and it will take some grit and extraordinary skill to brave this storm and bring them to safety. You are their only hope now. Cam didn't want to equip them with his special suits, but unfortunately, only some of them managed to get them. As few as they are, they might prove really useful, so keep your eyes peeled. Oh, and as for the zombie situation, I think Spike already has an idea on how to deal with it. Just follow his instructions, and we might stand a chance. So, that's that. That's the story of this event. So, there's this one image they keep using for some of the promotion art for this event, where we can see Spike, some survivors, and the tower in flames. Well, in one of the versions of this photo at least, they have one where the tower is just fine, and one, as I said, in flames. Though once we actually play this event, the tower is just fine. So maybe in part 2 this is what the tower is going to look like. Also, if Spike's really going to be in Dying Light 2, then this event probably shows us how he gets out of the city. But what you can actually do in the event right now is a little limited, but hopefully in part 2 they'll kind of step it up a little. So, going to techland.gg, we can really see what this event has to offer. One of the things is that we have another opportunity to get the Last Hope Blueprint, which is a weapon from Dying Light 2. To get this weapon, you'll have to help survivors survive. Who would have thought? Another one of the rewards is 3 King mods as well, which can be obtained by killing zombies using the environment. The final reward is a completely new weapon, and it's the crankshaft. To get this weapon, you'll need to just kill bandits around the city. And those are all the rewards, for now. I will say though, moving around both parts of the city, slums and Old Town does feel pretty different with these guys in Camden suits. And with all the virals running around, it does make things pretty interesting to see these encounters. And when they said there's a lot of virals, they really weren't lying. They're everywhere, good luck. Overall, really, I'm just happy this event's happening. It's kind of like the final goodbye to Dying Light before we move on to Dying Light 2. Well, most of us, I assume. And I think having an event that connects the stories between Dying Light 1 and 2 is kind of brilliant, so let's hope part 2 is really good. And even if part 2 is very similar to part 1, I'm not gonna complain. I'm just grateful and even still a little surprised they're even giving us stuff to do until 9 days when Dying Light 2 releases. These past 7 years of free content for Dying Light have been truly amazing, seriously. There really is very few gaming companies that have this level of commitment where they'll go back and update 7-year-old games. But Techland is continuing to do it, so I think that's something we should all appreciate. And hopefully, you guys have fun with this event as well. So, that's really it from me for today. I'm super excited to see what updates come to Dying Light 2 in the near future after launch, because if they keep it up like Dying Light 1, then there's gonna be something really special that's coming. I really feel it. But anyways, let's hope Dying Light 2 is all worth the wait, once again, as I always say. If you want to, then feel free to like this video, subscribe if you want, and anyways, stop by for the next one. Peace.